Hi everyone, I'm gonna do just a quick look, kind of like when I just want to get something on my face. I don't want to spend a lot of time or thought on it, and use some new things that I got recently. I bought this online, this butter mini box of minis. Why is there cat hair? This cat must have been rolling around on it. So instead of those kind of bulky boxes with stuff inside, this one just came with little individual minis, which I thought was great. And you know, I really wanted to try this, their fragrance. It does not it does not smell like the powders to me. To me, it smells like shampoo. I don't know what to say about that. So I'm just going to prime my lids real quick with a concealer like normal. I'm going to use the Juvia's Place I Am Magic Concealer. I have a video on the foundation and the concealer if you're curious. This shade is J24, which is really, really light. Now, I might not do concealer like this normally, but I'm not really in the mood to really think at the moment, so this is what we're going with. Might be a little easier to do just like a clear primer, but if I am gonna go kind of pale on the foundation, which I am today, it's pretty noticeable when my eye area is not as light as the rest of my face. So since I go lighter on foundation to try to match up with my neck and hands and all that. Though I think my skin on my face is looking a little bit lighter than it used to, based on like just skincare stuff I'm doing, like the Different and whatnot. I think it's fading some discoloration, and I feel like I have kind of less overall redness than I have in the past. So the eyeshadow it came with is kind of a, I'm not sure what to do with this, because it's like this kind of light, creamy, very, very light tan shade, and then like a shimmery bronze. I was thinking that I mean, you could then also use the bronzer, obviously, as a crease. I don't know what to do with this. Like, what is that color for? What is that light color for? I don't know. I mean, on very pale skin, that could be like kind of a super subtle crease color. I don't know. I'm sticking it in my crease, and I'm gonna see what happens. It's gonna be darker than this concealer, no doubt, but like, is that like a highlight shade? I don't know. I don't understand what's happening here. There's also the actual highlight, but it's one of those kind of cream powder, kind of like a Colourpop Super Shock highlight. And in my experience, the Colourpop ones will crease if I put them on my eyes, so that's why I'm not really looking to use that shade like anywhere, like on my lid. I guess I'm just gonna take that shimmery color on my lid because I don't know what else to do. And then I'll probably blend out the edges with the bronzer. When I'm doing something quickly, this is kind of what I'll do. Just something shiny on the lid and a little something in the crease, and just be done with it. Playing with fingers usually gives you really good payoff. Just less precision. So this is looking pretty gold on my skin tone, which is not too surprising. A lot of things go pretty warm on fair skin when it comes to like golds and bronzes. They can go like almost straight up copper on fair skin sometimes. So I'll probably use the highlight as like an inner corner. Like the face highlight as an inner corner. Yeah, that's a little more bold than I was really going for here. And so now I'm just going to use the Butter Bronzer, and this is in just I think the bronze shade, or bronzer shade. I don't know if it says, it just says, yeah, bronzer. So I'm going to just take a little fluffy crease brush type thing And yeah. So there's the eyeshadow, the light colored eyeshadow, and then the bronzer shade. Oh, this is powdery. Oh, okay. Wow. I feel like that kind of took off some of that lid color there. Well, maybe that's not the worst thing in the world. Because that kind of tones it down, which is fine. I don't, you know, this is supposed to be quick makeup, so I really don't want to spend a bunch of time kind of finessing my eye look. If I was doing really quick, I would just like smudge out some eyeliner and be done with it. Sure. I'm gonna use this e.l.f. Jkissa eyeliner. It's that like teal colored. She only had one, as I recall, so yeah. And this is retractable, even though it looks like one you would sharpen, which is really confusing. So I'm gonna try to just keep a relatively thin line here. Do it up in my tight line. So I'm gonna do foundation next. I feel like I'm a little too bright. I don't know. Oh yeah, I've got fallout all over here. What I might do is just spray a little setting spray to hopefully keep that from getting worse. If I have something that I know is kind of messy, I'll do that sometimes. Like something that's like not a straight up glitter, but like a pressed pigment that's sparkly. So for foundation, I'm going to use this Smith & Cult Veiled Threat Weightless Micro Blurring Foundation. And the shade I have is 100 Neutral. I've worn this quite a few times. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll have seen a lot of Face of the Day type posts with it. It is a little too neutral, but I think it works and I can make it look better with bronzer. So what I've been able to do is use this Clinique, what do they call it? I don't know, some sort of Clinique brush that I got in a gift with purchase, and apply it with a brush, which is really exciting because I hate washing sponges. So this foundation applies pretty nicely with the brush. Other foundations I'll have to just like purely stamp it in, but this one I can actually kind of move it around with the top kind of duo fiber type bristles, and then just to, you know, get a little more coverage or whatever, just kind of bounce it. Some areas that, you know, product doesn't go on well, like my chin and my nose, I might just go kind of straight to that motion and not try to use the top bristles much. But this foundation is so pretty. There's a shade down from it that I almost bought because I thought maybe this was going to be too neutral. I don't know if it would be as light as I like. And quite honestly, this works fine. So if you could see it in store, it would be, I would definitely like to see what the other shade, the next shade down looks like. But I do take this a little bit further down just to blend it a little better. It's got something I've kind of gotten the habit of lately is bringing foundation down onto my neck. So I use close to 2 pumps. You can see that does look a little pale on me. I'll go with this. It's probably a similar coverage level. It's the MAC Studio Fix Concealer in NC10. I see blue glitter underneath my eye. That's interesting. That's from yesterday's eyeliner. Not sure how I managed to wash my face twice and I still have glitter stuck to my face. I'm going to use my Stellar Cosmic Face Haze finishing powder under my eyes. Get those set ASAP. Whew. So it does feel a tiny bit tacky. I'm just going to go ahead and set my face with the Cover FX Illuminating powder, which has a little bit of a warmer tone to it, as opposed to like the Stellar, which is just white. So I feel like this adds a tiny bit of warmth, and also just is not as mattifying. I'm going to take this e.l.f. pointed powder brush. There's a smell to this powder. I can't put my finger on what it reminds me of. The Cover FX Natural Finish Foundation. And something else smells like that Natural Finish Foundation that I talked about recently. I don't remember what it is. So I'm going to set everywhere, which kind of feels like sort of defeating the purpose with this foundation, but I don't want it to be sticky, and so we're going to just set it everywhere. I probably could have tried to cover those blemishes a bit better, but I don't really care. It's always been my philosophy about, or the vast majority of the time, I don't care to spot conceal. It's just too much work. And I often find it looks worse. That at the end of the day, I'll have wished that I just left it alone. So I'm kind of tempted to use the butter bronzer, but since it's powdery, I'm almost definitely going to use too much. So I'm going to use something else that's new that I've been liking so much. It's the Fenty Stalk'r bronzer in Inda Sun. And what I like about it is it's super sheer and it's very like firm press, so it's hard to get too much. And I like being able to, I'll show you on the next pass. I like being able to just swirl my brush in and not get a ton of product up. So this is the Real Techniques blush brush. I'm just gonna kind of go everywhere here, like focusing on the cheeks and up around my hairline first, and then go over my nose, dip in my own, and then just wherever else. And that adds a little, that's all I want, just a little bit to kind of take the edge off how pale I'm looking. So I'm going to use this butter blush, and this is one of those original shades, Natural Glow, which is way too light to show up on a good chunk of the population. I think it will work fine on me. I mean, if it doesn't work fine on me, then who does it work on? Woo, that's powdery. Oh dear. See how much kicked up there? Goodness. Okay, we're... Oh, ooh. Okay. Wonder if this is more pigmented than... Because I could have sworn I have swatched the full size of this, and it was like barely there. This is... Ooh, ooh. This is not barely there. That's more than I wanted. Okay. I guess we're going to try the butter bronzer too, or the butter highlighter. This one's in Pearl. That's really creamy. So this is how I also apply like the Colourpop Super Shock highlighters. Just I'm gonna pat it on. It feels like slightly more creamy even than those Super Shock highlighters, or maybe like a very fresh Super Shock highlighter. I feel like I can see like distinct shimmer particles, more so than I can with the like Flexitarian, which is my favorite Colourpop highlight. So I need some eyebrows. What I've been using a lot lately is the Colourpop Brow Boss in Taupe, because it is so similar to like the blonde color of my eyebrows that I can be super, super messy and it doesn't really matter because you can barely see it anyway. But then I go over with a darker tinted brow gel and I really like the way it looks, but I have a feeling I'm gonna be done in this with this pencil like after a month. I feel like I use a lot. And also it does not hold up to eyebrow sweat, unfortunately. So I would definitely be curious to try the Precision Brow Pencil, which wears much better on me in a corresponding shade. I'm assuming they have one. Right now I have Taken for Granite, which I like, but I have to be really careful with because it is really dark, which I like a lot, but it's like I have to be really sparing with how I apply it. Whereas this I can just kind of slap on willy-nilly, which is why I like it for when I'm in a hurry. So it's like it just gets some color behind my brow hairs. And then I can go in with my tinted brow gel afterwards to add a little more dimension and like definition. 24 minutes? Good grief, man. What am I even doing? How is that possible? Done like nothing. Quick makeup. So my tinted brow gel of choice is the e.l.f. Beautifully Bare Sheer Brow Tint in medium. This has the best hold of any tinted brow gel I've tried, and the hold is comparable to the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel, which previously was the only thing that could hold up my very droopy brow hairs. I've tried a lot, and pretty much everything except for these two will fall really quickly. And the other nice thing is this does not seem to run in sweat. I'm a very sweaty person and I often exercise with this in my brows and at home in the basement, and it does not run. The brow pencil, yes, but the brow gel, no. Little brow thing, I've bent it so it's normally straight. And this is the one that's running out, and I have another one downstairs that's fresh. The little wand is a little too little. It's kind of tricky to work with, especially if you have like thicker brow hairs, because it can't really grab them as well because it's so skinny, but I've gotten used to it. It just has taken some time. Okay, so for mascara, I'm going to use this Butter Power Up mascara. It came in a BoxyCharm. I didn't like it the first time I used it, and I think it flaked on me, but I have not noticed flaking since then. So I don't know what that was all about. It does seem to be kind of that tubing style where when you wash your face, it comes off in chunks, which since I just use like soap to wash my face with, I really don't enjoy like taking off my makeup. I don't enjoy spreading mascara chunks all over my face while I'm trying to wash it. So that's a little annoying, but it probably means it also holds up pretty well to, probably doesn't transfer. I don't have problems with mascara transferring. And I will also say that this wand is very pokey and I have poked my eyeball with it many times. I guess I'll put a little bit of the bronzer on my lower lash line before I put mascara down there. So I'm gonna try, oh yeah, that picked up a lot. Going back in the highlight. Wow. The Colourpop highlights do not pick up this well in my experience with a brush. So I do think this is softer. But those Colourpop highlights, I do not experience them messing with my foundation when I use them generally. And I feel like this would have been okay if I had been able to tap it down and just leave it there and not go back. And I think I fiddled with it a tiny bit too much. I really dislike things. This is why I don't like creams, because I don't like the variability of it might be fine, but it might not be fine. I'm gonna do the lipstick from this little box, and it's the butter lipstick, I guess. And I don't know how to say. Oh, it's shimmery. Oh, this is not my kind of lipstick. It's fine. It's not. It's fine. All right, so that's it. Let me know if you have any questions. And when I ordered that box from Physicians Formula, it got lost. Apparently, it never shipped. It didn't show up in tracking. So I emailed them and said, "Hey, I've had this tracking number that hasn't moved for a month." And fortunately, they were able to re-ship it, and I got it, and I used it. It's $15. It was $15 online and also at Walmart. The Walmart I go to, I don't go very often, and also I've never seen any of those special boxes there, so I don't even know if they ever get them. So that's why I just went ahead and ordered it online, even though I had to pay shipping. I ordered it directly from Physicians Formula. If it's still available, I will include the link. I would say the fragrance is not anything to write home about. To me, it does not smell like the powder, which I kind of just wanted it to smell like the powder because I enjoy the smell of the powder. So I don't know why they did that. And to me, it just really reminds me a lot of a shampoo. And I mean, my hair smells like shampoo. I don't really need the rest of me to smell like shampoo. But it may just be how it smells on me, plus the way my nose smells things, because a lot of times I have a very strong sense of smell, and a lot of times if there's something familiar in a fragrance, it's like my nose kind of locks onto that and just won't let go, and I have a really hard time smelling the other things. If it's a smell that I have like a really strong association with, or it's something I don't like, and this isn't, I don't like it, it's just, it smells so familiar that I'm having a hard time actually smelling anything else, because that's all I can smell is that like fruity shampoo smell. So anyway, let me know if you have any questions. That bronzer, if you're looking for a sheer bronzer for fair skin, I think it's definitely worth trying, even though it is expensive. I don't wear bronzer a lot, but I've been using it a lot lately on the foundations that are just a little pale, and it's like adds just enough color, and it's easy, and I am so happy I got it. Really, I didn't ever think I would care about a bronzer the way I care about this. It's just so easy to use because it's sheer. I love it. Okay, let me know if you have any questions. I hope you're having a great day. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch my videos. If you want to see more stuff from me, then please do subscribe. I've also done a video on why I haven't been uploading all that much lately, and I will include a link to that if you are wondering, because I'm going to record that now that I have some makeup on. So, hope you're having a great day, and I'll see you soon.